Now, I've mentioned this earlier in the program too. Frank, one of our listeners, sent me an email about increasing frustration, it's almost like a war developing on the streets and footpaths between cyclists and pedestrians. Now, I know there's certainly been a war between cyclists and drivers, and the cyclists have behaved like, some of them have behaved like just simply like idiots with car drivers, and it puts car drivers in an awful position. But there's been a similar thing unfolding on the footpaths. Frank Porter is on the line. Frank, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, what's happened to you?
Well, in the past 3 weeks, I've been hit twice on footpaths in Melbourne, knocked down as I've been walking. I should add that I walk on walking sticks, so I can't exactly get out of people's way.
Yeah.
On top of that, I've been abused when I've been knocked down. It's been told I'm a stupid old you-know-what, and I should get out of people's way, and God knows what.
Where have you been knocked down, Frank?
Once on Collins Street, walking down towards Swanston Street, I was hit from behind. And once on Swanston Street while walking over to catch a tram while walking actually on the footpath. There was someone who was avoiding stopping for the trams.
But given that you're on walking sticks, I assume you're not actually sprinting along either, so they should see you. They should be able to see you.
Yeah, but probably the most serious incident was last Friday night at the corner of Swan and Church Street. I was getting on board a tram about 5:25, and a guy on a bike was riding through the people getting onto the tram, and this happens very, very often. And I asked him to please don't do it. Number one, it's dangerous, and number two, it's illegal. So he grabbed me by the throat and threw me on the ground and said, "F off, you old C, I'll do what I effing all want."
Good grief.
And I just like, what the hell's going on here?
Were you injured?
Well, battered and bruised, and I reported it to the police because no one came forward, nothing's happened. But I contacted the Lord Mayor's office. I contacted first of all East Melbourne Police Station when the first incident happened in the city. I was sent to the bicycle squad, who told me they didn't have the resources to deal with it. I contacted the Commissioner's office, who sent me back to the bicycle squad, so nothing's happened there. I haven't heard anything at the Lord Mayor's office. I contacted Cycle Victoria, or Bicycle Victoria. They tell me that they're not a law administering body, but they have a code of contact for their cyclists, and then asked me to fill in a form, what did I think of their service? Well, you can imagine what I thought of their service. But what's terrifying me is that there's this absolute epidemic of people riding on the footpath.
Well, the people who have you had trouble with, have they been couriers or just private cyclists?
No. These are men and women in Lycra. I mean, I put a video up called "Selfish Melbourne Cyclists" on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll put a link to that on our website as well. Yeah.
And you'll see that the people there riding through when tram doors are open. And you'll see one, there's a girl, no helmet, riding through when a woman is trying to load a baby in a pram onto a tram.
Well, cars aren't allowed to go past when the tram's loading or unloading. Bikes aren't either.
Bikes aren't either. And if you dare say anything to these people, you're likely to get a punch in the face.